Good Wednesday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm your meteorologist, Jesse Peterson, and let's go in and talk about the weather for your Wednesday evening going into your future. Hopefully, everyone has had a fantastic Wednesday, as we are now officially halfway through the work week. Let's go in and give ourselves a round of applause for that one. Halfway through, we just have Thursday, Friday left, and we will be towards that weekend. So that's the thing there. As we always do, I'm going to start it off. If you have not hit the like button yet, go on and do so. We are at, right now, 6 people have tuned in, and right now we only have, I believe, I can't even see the lights. YouTube changed up their whole system. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's right there. YouTube changed up their whole system, and so now I'm going to have to learn this, and I just, got onto it, so this is very new. But 6 people have tuned in so far, only 4 likes, so if you're part of that group, then make sure that you go on and hit that like button. Also, the subscribe button as well. If you're new, you've never hit the subscribe button before, go on and do so right now. We have 632 subscribers. We are 68 away from that main goal of 700, and we are right now only 18 away from that halfway goal. Only 18 away from that halfway goal of 650. So let's go on and get there. So what are we going to talk about tonight? Well, as always, as we always do, we will talk about the weather, what's currently going on right now throughout the state. We also will talk about the weather tonight. We'll talk about the weather for tomorrow. We also will talk about the weather for our short-term future, long-term future, and then just stuff in general. We'll talk about pretty much throughout the next 7 days. I'll just go throughout Friday, Saturday. We'll go throughout Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we'll talk about a little bit of a warm-up that we're going to have. And then after that, we're going to go on and talk about maybe even some more cold fronts that we usually talk about every so often, and just about how we are continuing to have that train of cold fronts that continue to push its way through. But first off, before we get into any of that, what's currently going on throughout the state of South Carolina? Right now, nothing is going on. We have some rainfall going on just to our north and west instead of Georgia, North Carolina. But those are the only areas with rainfall right now. South Carolina, again, no rainfall. We continue all the way throughout the entire U.S. You have some rainfall going on, snowfall going on down in Pennsylvania, West Virginia, North Carolina, and then even some snowfall and some rainfall going on in New York, going on over here inside the Northeast. We do have some more rainfall, snowfall over there, rainfall and snowfall going on in the Dakotas, going on inside Nebraska, rainfall also going on in Montana, Idaho, and Washington. Now, in terms of our cloud cover right now, we do in fact have some cloud cover going throughout the low country, going throughout the PD, the Grand Strand areas, cloud cover going throughout the Midland areas, the low cloud areas, also the upstate having some of that cloud cover as you have the rain showers going on up there. And so that's not the only thing to look for in terms of that cloud cover, but if we go on and continue to push this forward all the way through, which let's go and even get an even a newer one. So you can go to this one right here. This one's more up to date. You go on and push this forward. Cloud cover continues to move its way out towards the south and east. More cloud cover will build in. This is tomorrow morning. Cloud cover still inside the low country, still in the southern Midlands, still inside the PD, Grand Strand areas, upstate, clearing. But look, as we get into tomorrow night, Thursday, we look pretty much dry. Even if you go into the 36-hour mark, looks for the most part clear, and then as we go into the 48-hour mark, clear. So we will clear a lot, especially as we get into the next 36 to 48 hours. Now, what about our current temperatures right now? Like what's currently going on in terms of temperatures throughout the state of South Carolina? Well, right now, 46 in Summerville, 50 in Charleston, as well as 50 in Beaufort, 47 in Orangeburg, and even 47 in Georgetown, 50 in Murray's Inland, and even around 50 in Myrtle Beach, 47 Conway, and 51 North Myrtle Beach, 47 in Hartsfield and Florence, and even around Lancaster, 47 in Union, and 46 in Greenville, 47 Spartanburg, Gaffney, and 46 in York, 47 in Clemson. Now for your low temperatures for tomorrow, or for tonight, excuse me. Tomorrow we'll talk about the high temperatures for tomorrow, but low temperatures for tonight. will be at around 30 in Greenville, 32 in Spartanburg, and even around 31 in Rock Hill, 32 in Anderson, even around 30 in Newberry, 35 in Columbia, and even 35 in Orangeburg, 35 in Sumter, and 36 in Florence, 34 in Kingstree, and even around 40 in Myrtle Beach, 38 Georgetown, 38 inside of Moncks Corner, 41 Charleston, 36 Walterboro, 43 in Hilton Head Island, even around 34 over there near Aiken and Barnwell. Now for your high temperatures for tomorrow, 49 in Greenville as well as 48 in Spartanburg, 48 Rock Hill, and 49 inside of Cheraw and Dillon, 50 in Sumter, Columbia, Florence, Aiken, 51 in Orangeburg, Moncks Corner, 53 in Charleston and Walterboro, 50 in Myrtle Beach, 51 in Georgetown, and 55 in Hilton Head Island. For your rainfall for tonight, no rainfall is expected as we go throughout the next 24 hours. Now, does that mean that you won't get any rainfall? Obviously, no. It just means that no accumulation is expected in terms of this rainfall right here. And so you may get a trace, but nothing to be really accumulated. Now, what about the crazy score? Right now, we're at an 18. We are at an 18. And right now, why are we at an 18? Well, because for the most part, it looks like that dry cold front that we have, it's going to be passing through pretty much in between now and midnight, and that wind will shift towards the northwest. It's going to be still a bit breezy overnight, gusts of up to 20 to 30 miles per hour, highest along the coast and the mountains. Temperatures will drop steadily, lows in the mid 30s inland, obviously lows lower 40s near the coastal areas. We just talked about that. No rain statewide, and still winds will slowly ease at around 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning, but stay brisk enough to limit fog activity. And so we're not really going to have too much in terms of fog activity tonight. Now, in terms of the SPC outlook, no thunderstorms are expected tonight, tomorrow, or Friday. We are good in terms of the next 3 days. Excessive rainfall, same thing. No excessive rainfall is expected at this time. And so let's go on and look at the models. We're going to start off here at the 9 o'clock p.m. time frame. You see some rainfall and some snowfall activity going on in the far upstate. And when I say far upstate, I mean like right on that border. And that's what was expected. But if you go on and look at it now, I mean, it's still not really there too much, even if you go forward into the future. It doesn't really show it getting inside of South Carolina. So I'm not, really too concerned or really even too worried about that, because it looks like that might not even enter the state. And if it was to enter the state, it would only be like up there in like the higher elevation, like the high mountains, especially with that snowfall. But continuing even more forward, you continue all the way to around 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 a.m. And you just stay nice and dry all the way through into the 48-hour mark, which is 7 p.m. on December the 12th. Nice and dry as we continue throughout this 48-hour time lapse. You go all the way into total accumulated precipitation. I mean, you see like this little bit up here in the very far upstate, but like I said, that might not even happen. Probably won't. So, pretty much no precipitation is expected as we go throughout the next 48 hours. So, what about our cold fronts that's passing us? Obviously, if you go over into the dew points, you see that cold front easily pushing through. This is not temperatures. This is air and how dry it is. The lower the number is, the drier the air is. You go in and push this forward, you can see how dry that air is getting just as we continue through all the way into December the 12th, going even a bit into that evening hours. It starts to get a little bit more moist, but for the most part, we just stay in that drier patch here. Staying in those teens and in the 20s, and some even inside the low 30s in terms of dew points. Temperatures, like I said, not temperatures at all, even though we will have some below freezing temperatures again, obviously, tonight in the far upstate. But after that, you may see some more again tomorrow night. But we start to get back in the 60s, especially as we go into the 12th here for Friday. We get back in that 60-degree range, even if you go into the long-term future. Right here, this is 7 o'clock p.m. on December the 12th. You go in and push this forward all the way through. You have that cold air from that cold front moves its way through. And as it goes on and continues to move its way through, another system will come through right behind it on the 14th here. Another cold front will try to move its way through all the way into like the 17th-ish. And we'll go on and talk about the air in general as we go throughout the temperatures. But right now we're talking about convection. Convection, for the most part, looks dry. Nothing really that's standing out to me that's saying, okay, this is something to watch for. I'm just not seeing any major systems until we get into like later December, still right before Christmas Day. I've been talking about Christmas Day and a couple of days before Christmas Day potentially for a little bit now, as a system may try to move its way through right before then. And so we're going to continue to look for that. But for right now, it looks like that as it just continues to move its way over towards the east, as it continues to move its way over towards the east, it just kind of just fizzles out, dries out, and then nothing too much after that either. But again, that's over 300 hours. That's going to shift around a lot. And so I said the dew points as well because I want to show you the systems as well. And so you can see, obviously, there goes this system right here with this dry air coming in. That's the one that we just had. Then we have another one here that comes through. This right here is on December the 15th. You have all this dry air, not temperatures, dry air that's moving its way through into the 15th, the 16th, the 17th, the 18th. And then another cold front tries to dip its way through on the 19th and the 20th. And then another cold front right here again right before Christmas. And so these things are all things that we're going to have to consider, especially before we get into this Christmas season, because especially in terms of temperatures as well, you see what's going to happen below average wise, you see what's going to happen above average wise. Once those cold fronts pass, you get below average temperatures and you warm back up, then you get back to below average once that cold front passes again. But look how much dry and warm air we're going to have before Christmas. I mean, you're even seeing temperatures potentially 20 to 30 degrees above average in Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, and you may even see some temperatures 20 degrees above average, maybe a bit less, in Georgia and Alabama and Mississippi right before Christmas. And what are those temperatures now? I mean, you see all the way up in the 60s, you see some in the 70s potentially, but it shows this pattern of you may show somebody this and they might be like, oh dang, I guess we're going to have a warm Christmas. But until that cold front moves through, you see potentially below freezing temperatures as we go into that Christmas night. Now again, 300 plus hours out, so things right here are going to change, but this is just shaping up. This is just shaping up. When will that system hit? That's going to be a good question. Will it be before Christmas? Will it be on Christmas? Will it be after Christmas? Those are questions that we're going to just wait to find out, because Christmas is just way too far out right now. Way too far out right now to really get those answers that we really want. But that's all that I have to say here in terms of the long-term future. That was just like a little pre-thing to say. It's just too far out right now for Christmas, for any Christmas forecast right now. Just way too far out. And so let's go on now and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say for tonight. Starting off, Mr. Chris was here first tonight. He does say, good evening, everyone. Hope you all had a great day. I did. Thank you so much for asking. My Aunt Lewis says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. Mr. Chris says, currently it's 49 here in Moncks Corner. Felt amazing today, as well as very sunny. Well, same thing at my house. It was around, let's see. Oh, I'm going to have to check my newer one. I got to put new batteries inside of my older one. But my newer one right now, 50 degrees. Got to around 56 degrees today. So, a bit chilly, but not terrible. Definitely was cold this morning, though. There was frost all on the ground this morning. I wonder how many people, which I can go on and set up a poll right now, actually. I'll go on and put up a poll right now and say, did you see frost this morning? Yes or no? Go on and answer that poll real quick. I want to see how many people did see frost this morning. My Aunt Lewis says, I pray that everyone had a nice day. Well, I did. Thank you so much for that. Today in Georgetown, it was beautiful and sunny, but chilly. I enjoyed it. Well, that's great to hear. Glad that you got some great weather over there. And then Mr. Chris says, please remember to go and hit the like button and the subscribe button. Also share with everyone that you know. It's free to do so, so please help the channel grow. He's absolutely correct. Right now, if I go in and check, we have around 9 people, or 9 likes right now, and we've had 13 people tune in. If you are a part of that 4 that have not hit the like button yet, go in and do so. It's free, and you can change your mind at any time. Maya Lewis said, very heavy frost last night. My greens looked awful until the sun came out. Well, With those low temperatures getting down into the freezing temperatures last night, that definitely could do it. There also was some freezing fog this morning too. So if you were, out driving probably 8 a.m. or before, you probably had some fog, and it was freezing fog. Now, in a discussion that I saw, at least from my county, it said that it wasn't going to cause anything in terms of road condition because freezing fog can cause wet roads and slippery roads, and it can create black ice. So obviously, with that being a concern with freezing fog, you got to take freezing fog seriously because not only can you not only will you not really be able to see too much, but also black ice is potentially a possibility. Let's see what else is next. We have Trail says, "Hi everyone, hello to you." Mr. Chris says, "I'm good, happy that you didn't." Oh, he's talking to my Aunt Lula. And then Thad says, "Good evening, Joseph. How are things with you? All things are well with me. It was another beautiful day here in San Antonio." We'll talk about San Antonio, but glad to hear that. And then Mr. Michael comes in and says, "Good night, South Carolina. Have a restful evening and a fantastic tomorrow. Great to see you here tonight." And that's all that I can see here in terms of the audience right now. So if you want to go in and leave something inside the chat, you can. Just go on and type it in right now. And I'll get back to that in a little bit. You have to be a subscriber, though. But now that is out of the way, let's go on and talk about the 4 locations outside of South Carolina. 4 locations, you might be asking, what are the 4 locations? I'm talking about San Antonio, Texas, Raleigh, North Carolina, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, as well as Duncan, Oklahoma. The reason why we talk about these areas is because we have people from these areas who tune in almost nightly. And because they tune in almost nightly, we go on and talk about their forecast because they're not even included inside the main forecast, but yet they still show up and they still show the support. And so that's why we go on and talk about them. It usually only takes around like a minute or two, not too long at all. So starting off with San Antonio first, low temperatures tonight, 44, high temperatures tomorrow, 69, then low temperatures tomorrow night at 51. No precipitation is expected as you move throughout tonight, tomorrow, and then no severe weather, no excessive rainfall, stuff like that. It will be warming up a little bit, though, as you go into the weekend, but for the most part, it will be cooling back down a little bit, though, as you go into next week, and then it will start to warm back up. So it's not going to be, lows in the 40s. That's pretty much going to at least try to be done as you go throughout the next couple of days. Then for Raleigh, North Carolina, low temperatures tonight at 34, high temperatures tomorrow at 46, and then low temperatures tomorrow night at 29. No precipitation is expected at this time. Severe weather, excessive rainfall, that's not expected. You will continue to see these cooler temperatures. I mean, you'll have temperatures down in the teens on Sunday. You will have it at 24 Monday night, 28 on Tuesday. So you will continue to see these below freezing temperatures. And then for Philadelphia, low temperatures tonight at 30, high temperatures tomorrow at 36, and then low temperatures tomorrow night at 26. Slight chance of rainfall tonight, but no precipitation is expected tomorrow. Snowfall, it could potentially be on the way for you. Chance of snow on Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, and Sunday. Just seems like so. Snow is definitely possible, as you won't really get above freezing for a good amount. And then finally, Duncan, Oklahoma being the last area. We'll have low temperatures tonight at 35, high temperatures tomorrow at 65, and then low temperatures tomorrow night at 40. Temperatures will continue to just drop for the most part. Next couple of days, you'll have temperatures below freezing. And that's all that I can see here in terms of these 4 areas. What's going on in terms of the entire U.S. weather news-wise? Well, right now, it just seems like the main thing, just all the snow that's been going on in the atmospheric river. A prolonged atmospheric river will continue to bring gusty winds, heavy rainfall, which may lead to urban and river flooding, with possible landslides and heavy intermountain snow over the Pacific Northwest and into the northern Rockies through Thursday. A clipper will cross the Great Lakes and the northeast U.S. into Thursday, with areas of moderate to heavy snow and mixed wintry precipitation. So that's what we're looking at there. With the snowfall atmospheric river going on in the northwest, you're going to have some more snowfall going on in the northeast. You're going to have some snowfall going on right here in the Appalachian Mountains of North Carolina. We're going to continue to see just gusty winds down to where we are, obviously due to that cold front, and then we will see potentially some freezing temperatures down back in southern Georgia and northern Florida. And that seems like that's all that we have here in terms of the entire U.S. And let me go in and check out the chat one more time. I don't see anything else inside the chat. 75% says that they did see some frost this morning, while 25% says that they did not see some frost this morning. If you want to go in and answer the poll, go on and do so. That's also free. Everything here is free. There's nothing here that costs money. You can watch for free. You can subscribe for free. You can like for free. You can share for free. You can do whatever you want for free on this channel. And so that's why you should go on and show support. 632 subscribers. We are right now 68 away. Main goal is 700, 18 away from that halfway goal, 650, only if you're new and you've never hit the subscribe button before. Also hit the like button, share with all the people that you know, share with friends, family, acquaintances, people you don't even like, so you can do one more nice thing for them. And that's all that I have here in terms of the forecast and just for the subscribers here. Top fans of the night tonight, Mr. Chris is at number 1. My Aunt Lula was at number 2, and then Trail was number 3. Congratulations to the 3 of y'all for being the top fans of the night tonight. If you want to be a top fan, you can by going on and being a subscriber of the channel, typing inside the chat, and actually being active and being early. Because the earlier that you are, the more of a chance you have of winning, and then also the more that you type. That will also determine if you win it or not. And that's all that I have here. So, again, make sure that you tune back in tonight, tomorrow night. Not tonight, we're done for tonight. But tomorrow night, because we will be back Thursday evening with your Thursday forecast update. I probably will not be here Friday evening. Probably will not be here on that day, Friday evening. So, just watch for that. But Thursday evening, Friday morning, we'll still be here, same time. And that's all. So I will be back tomorrow morning with your Thursday morning forecast update. Drought Monitor comes out tomorrow evening. Make sure that you're there for that as well. And get your predictions ready. Everyone, and have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. And make sure, if you're new, hit those 2 buttons. you.